Okay, great talk. See, it does not go live. Okay, here we go. On X. So now we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what's going on, bro?
What's
What's
going
going on?
on, brother Israel? How are you, sir? Israel.
Man, yeah, we got it. We got it. Hey, we're gonna talk it out. We're gonna work it out, and then we're gonna be talking about a whole lot of things because Trump just got shot. So I don't
Yes,
know if that's
sir.
fake or not. Because if the nigga got shot, hey, he got glazed across the ear. Yeah, that ain't going. He done fucked up. Whoever shot. As a matter of fact, hold on. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at the dude. His name is on X. His name is Mark Violence. Yeah, I don't know if that. I can't tell if he. I can't tell what the hell he is. But
Mark Violence. That's the guy that supposedly shot him.
yeah, this is the guy
That's
that
his
shot
name,
me.
Mark
Got it.
Violence.
Mark Violet, like the color violet.
Oh, Violet. I thought you said violent,
Yeah,
like
so
like
I don't know. I don't
stabbing
know if
or
that.
shooting or kicking somebody.
Yeah, he looked like he white. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's everybody. Hold on for a second.
Yes,
Let me
sir. Yes,
let me
sir.
get this out of here. So yeah, man, look, we're gonna be talking about a lot of things, anything and everything that's on your mind, but most importantly, what just happened with Trump and um and how this shit gonna work. Are you familiar with Q?
Cube as far as what? The black
Um,
cube?
no, the Q is like what Abraham Lincoln started a long time ago to combat against
Or you
the
talking about Q, the 17th letter?
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
of
sir.
course. Of course. I
Okay,
was I was reading. I wasn't going to 4chan and all that, but that's how
right.
I started watching a show for him to interpret it. It was a guy named Dave on a show called X-22 Report. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, he used to break down a lot of uh, the Q when they used to go in at 4chan and stuff like that. He had a
right,
show. He still has it. I don't watch it as much as I used to because there's so much now.
right,
Especially
right,
after YouTube, started kicking the realer people off.
right.
I kind of stopped watching it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, no, they,
when Q was popping, when he was actually
right,
posting all day, or
right,
them,
right,
because it's not one person. Yeah, I'm very familiar with Q. I know it was started by Lincoln, and then Kennedy resumed it, and ever
right,
since has been,
right,
the
right,
counter
right.
to what basically the good guys are called the white hats, and the bad
I
guys are
know.
called the black.
Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
That's another one.
Look, let's go into that a little bit. Dive right on in to that in order to really get a deeper understanding. A lot of people to know what the hell is going on, because a lot of people just sleep. You know what I mean? And just give you a little bit of background about what I know. You know, you can add into it. You can, you know what I mean. But the idea is that America went bankrupt in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. So the America as we knew it a long time ago, when they were taken over by the global elite in the 1880s, is no longer a functioning entity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with the Rothschild taking over the Bank of England, whenever that was going into the 1880s, and the establishment of the IRS, which we know is fake. There's no income tax you got to pay. The Federal Reserve is fake. A lot of things, and then the switcheroo of our currency from the
1971
December.
with Nixon. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And the changing of the guard from the silver certificate to the gold certificate really has snared us into a slave like society again. Not like slave like black slave or white slave in the 1800s, 1700s, or whatever the case may be. But
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about from a global perspective where you got your birth certificate being traded on if I'm not on Walker, I don't think it's being traded on Walker. It might be, but your whole damn name is capitalized. You know what I mean? And it's
Right.
worth tens of millions of dollars.
Right.
So right now with Trump, and this is what I'm. It's like a fork in the road. You know, for me, But I feel that Trump, I believe and I feel, now I don't know, but I feel and I believe that Trump is the 19th president of the United States. He will be that after the 18th president, who was Ulysses S. Grant. And we're now going from we were under Lincoln, the Republic of the United States. And then they came along with the Democratic bullshit, not to get into too much of that. And then now we gotten back from the maritime law to the land law. So with all that being said, throw your 2 cents in on what's going on with Trump and how that might be um, you know, effective or not effective, true or not true. Just give me your 2 cents on it.
Well, in my opinion, let me start today and then go backwards.
Okay.
In my opinion,
Right.
what happened today was a psyop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. With all the ways you can kill somebody today, we know about heart attack guns and
Right.
all the poisons that the cathodes they could put in your room that emit radioactive materials only at your frequency specifically.
Wow.
The way that like how they killed what's that guy's name? Yasser Arafat.
Yeah.
And a few other people who political activists or politicians or leaders of countries or big organizations, what have you. We already know that. So for me, if you asking me to kill a president at a rally with a gun at this point in 2024 is like foolish as it gets. That lone gunman shit been dead since RFK.
Right.
Mr. Saran and all that. So, we're not doing this lone gunman in this day and age.
Hell no.
The cat been out the bag since at least the late 60s. As far as, when somebody that high up even attempted at. And then for him to get up and then do the Black Power fist and all that other stuff.
Ain't that a big God, this ain't a movie. I don't know what it is.
Theater. So as far as Trump is concerned, he was told by some generals to run for the election. And then he was in bed with the Rothschilds and all. And if you're a billionaire, you have to be involved with them people. You get Secret Service and all that. You're not traveling on regular planes and all that. You got your own plane, you got your own tarmac more than likely, and all that good shit.
Man, he's still riding on the Air Force One. Biden ain't riding on that motherfucker.
Exactly, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. For y'all that don't understand what my brother just said, I say this all the time whenever I'm in a public forum or even writing it sometimes.
Right.
Biden is the president of the bankrupt U.S. corporation. Trump is the commander-in-chief and the president of the new U.S. Republic.
Yes, sir.
We're in transition right now. They call it transmigration. I don't know how to spell it exactly.
Right.
There's a word for it, though.
Right.
And if they made it obvious, then a lot of y'all will rebel because everybody knows by now whether they believe it or not. I'm not talking about believability here. I'm talking the credibility. I'm talking about what you either, how much you've been exposed and can relate or not. That guy that we see as the 46th president got on a skin mask just like his vice president. You can clearly see it. And it's my belief that the white hat or the Q or the good guys, Trump, whatever you want to call that, we don't have to deal with Republicans and Democrats because that's not going to get it. Most of the Republicans themselves don't like Trump. We now know that the Republicans who really operating with the Democrats, they call them rhinos or Republicans being only. So it ain't about parties. So let's not talk about parties when we talk like this. But we now know that that picture that Trump took with those generals when he announced Q and what it was going to do and blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. That was the wake up part to get the world change back for us to inherit it.
Inherited. There we
Right.
go. There we go.
Not even
There we go.
inherit it, for us to get it back. Because for an inheritance, well, it will be an inheritance because they're going to die, and and as we speak, the system that they have implemented for the last, I'd say, 200 years,
Right.
outright, is done.
Right.
So that's my take on that, bro.
Okay. Well, let me throw some salt and pepper on that a little bit. Season it up.
Come on.
Now look.
Put some adobo in there too, though.
Yeah, some hot sauce. You know we can't do nothing without no hot sauce.
Hey, you sound like a cracker saying that. Just salt and pepper. Who made this potato salad?
you got that? Yeah, some white people potato salad. No, we ain't going that route. We got to go black.
Whites out there listening who do put some more seasoning in your potato salad, we ain't talking about you.
Yeah, you know that, player. Look. I want to make sure. I want to make sure. I try to choose my words because words are powerful. You know what I mean? Words, letters from word from sentences from paragraphs. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be, and a spelling something. So, with what you just said, right, and the fact that, and this is the fact that Trump is the commander-in-chief. Not the president as of yet, but is the commander-in-chief with all of what is going on and Guantanamo Bay and all of these people who are being sent there. A lot of people don't really believe that, but these motherfuckers are dead. Yeah. Trump is not playing. The United States is not playing. He done went around the world to pick up all that goddamn gold.
Yep. He is now also the exqueture of the world. Okay. And what
you know a lot.
Yeah. He is the top dog when it comes to dispersing monies and what the value of it is going to be. And that's what the point my brother just made with him backing the money by gold. With gold, excuse me. And there's no shortage of gold in this world. Now, how far down you're going to dig it out is another story, but there's no shortage of gold anyway. There's no shortage of oil either. The oil is...
Oh, wait. Now, the oil is not, what do they call it? Fossil fuel.
Right.
That shit get doubled and tripled it get doubled and tripled every motherfucking year. Now, how in the hell does it be a fossil fuel and we're running out of oil? That's a motherfucking lie. That's a lie that, what that white boy who started the oil business, Standard Oil? He started
Rockefeller.
Who?
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller, yeah.
Oil, yeah.
Yes, sir. And he started the bullshit about taking us from natural cures to pharmacies and all of that, and he put us on drugs and shit.
Right, and the base of most of these medicines is oil.
Yes, sir.
Most of them. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So with all that being said, and the fact that I'm going to assume that we can wrap all of this up in one more minute. Let me do my intro, and we'll be right back. All right, we back, ladies and gentlemen. Just waiting on my boy to come on back here, Mr. Black. So we got you. Play, take your time, do whatever you're gonna do. We ain't got nothing but time.
I'll just get something to drink, brother. Go ahead, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, no, don't worry, don't trip. But yeah, like I was saying, with all of this so-called vaccine bullshit that's going on, or that went on, and now they're talking about the bird flu and the vaccine that they're developing, and the fact that Fauci and Bill Gates and all these companies like who were they? They were oh my God, Pfizer, Moderna. You know the script. all of that. And is it because they are the global elite under what that white boy name who dressed in panties and shit? Man, if I see that man, I slap the shit out of him. Klaus,
Klaus
Klaus,
Schwab.
Klaus. Yeah,
Klaus Schwab,
yeah.
another one. He gone too.
Y'all, he been dead, I think.
Yeah. You know his son was online a few months ago talking about it, right? His son totally like yeah. I'm gonna look for the link. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, what was you talking about?
We were talking about his father and how he's no longer here and that shit is dead. That the system is gone.
So all this shit about how they gonna take over the world and the global elite and one world government, that
You
shit
talking
gone
about
and dead.
you talking about the World Economic Forum?
The economic forum, right? Yes, sir.
Right. Done, brother.
That's done. So that's been done all by Q under the leadership, I'm going to assume, of Trump.
Correct, sir. I read some intel a few weeks ago that one of the first things Trump did when he became president officially
Right.
was that he killed Putin and installed look-alike, clone, twin, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
And in order for China and Russia to consolidate with the United States so that they could form one economic stronghold, because quiet as it's kept remember, even though the dollar's falling apart, if Trump is the exposure and he repatriated the gold to all the countries that owned it outright, he's the head man.
Right.
Right. So, and I read a guy named, I'm sure you're aware of him, named Benjamin Fulford. I get this kind of information from him. And, when you do further research, some of it checks out, some of it you can't find the info to say, okay, let me do a 2 and 3 check, and some don't. And but, with what I see going on and so on and so forth, like you said a little while ago, most of the people we think are still alive, those are doubles, clones, mashed up.
Wearing that mask, right? Wearing that mask.
Whatever, however they faking these people being actually alive. Oprah's gone.
Yeah.
Hillary's gone.
That bitch, and that bitch.
Michael Obama's gone.
Yes, sir.
Barack Obama's gone. I mean, when you look at somebody every day, even if you've never seen them in person, and you really look, we're not looking to look at them out of admiration or something like that. We're looking to analyze the situations that they involve us in as politicians or actors or whoever they are. And you can see differences. But if you admire them and you love them and you're a fanboy or what have you, you're not gonna see it. Yeah, because you're just looking, for him to say something you want to hear. Right.
Damn. You know a lot, player. You know a lot. We
know a lot, brother.
Where we go one, we go all, right?
Okay, there we go.
Well, look, hold on. Let me get my thoughts straight. Now with Trump collecting all that, how many he collected? Like 600 tons of gold and brought that shit back to America.
Some ridiculous amount.
Yeah. We're the richest motherfuckers on the planet.
Just think about it. What do you know the name that the white boy gave to Ghana when he got there?
No, what? Say that again.
Do you know the name that the British gave to Ghana when they first got there?
Oh shit. I know what you're talking about.
If you don't know, let me tell you.
I don't remember well.
It was called the Gold Coast.
Okay.
Because I lived in Ghana for 2 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Between 2008 and 2010. Okay. And people always say that you don't hear the phrase like you used to maybe 50, 100 years ago. But people said back in the days that people been walking around that country all their life. And when they used to see little gold, shiny metal objects on the ground, they used to say it was just another rock. They
Right.
named it the Gold Coast because that's how much gold is exposed over there. They didn't have no value
Right.
for gold at that time. There's food
Right.
everywhere. It's
Right. Right.
tropics, in the tropics. You feel me?
Well, I heard uh, that the diamonds were just like that as well. I mean, they just wash up on the shore and people
I,
just
I
kicking
was
them on.
gonna I was gonna say that too. A lot of people don't know, and these are alluvial diamonds as well, which is used
Right.
to make weapons. Because that's the
Right.
only thing that could cut through a lot of these hard stuff that
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
nothing else can't cut through.
Right.
Uh, because South Africa is way bigger than Ghana. Ghana's tiny. Ghana's not even as
Right.
big as Texas is.
Right.
And
Right.
but because of its size, on a proportionate level, it has more diamonds than any other country
Yeah.
in Africa. But it's small, so of course it's not going to have the numbers that a South Africa or Congo would.
Right. Now
But
I just heard, bro, that if it was it Ghana or was it Nigeria that just discovered a fucking mountain of gold worth $14 trillion?
no, it was. I was up on that a few weeks ago. It was a country in Central Africa. I don't remember which one right now.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It wasn't.
14
It wasn't
trillion
even one.
dollars. 14. Man, come on, man. Look,
Matter of
I
fact,
would.
hold on, Israel. Uh, it's one of the country. It's a francophone country because they just got the French out of there, so it could have
Right.
been.
Right.
I don't remember which one right now. I'm gonna look it up
Well,
before the show.
okay. Well, I know how you pronounce it. Burkina
Burkina Faso,
Faso,
right?
Mali, and another country just joined together.
To do what? To form an alliance?
Yeah, yes, sir. They left ECOWAS and to form their own economic corridor in
Right,
which they can, yeah, in which there would be cooperation, economically speaking and politically speaking. But
right,
those countries are landlocked, so it's kind of hard to get over into the ocean where they can transfer things over.
right.
So that's a good thing. But also, bro, like Gaddafi said, if you kill me, you'll be opening the door to all of hell for all of eternity. And now look at what is happening. These white folks are running scared. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn it right back around 180 and concentrate on that with what Gaddafi was saying and how Africa would come to its maturity once again and would dominate the world forever. Because we civilized these monkey ass fucking white folks 3 times. Once in Egypt, and we killed them, got them out, and they ruled for about 150 years because they don't know what the hell they're doing. They got them out in Greece and Rome. They lasted for about 150 years because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And after Spain in 1492, and here we go again. And so I was talking to some friends, a friend of mine, Brother Muhammad, on his show, and I was telling him, look, fuck white folk, fuck them. This is it. There ain't no white man, ain't no yellow man, ain't no Arab man. All these motherfuckers are our kids. You feel what I'm saying? And white folk come from Dravidian albinos out of India that we put in Central Asia, and somehow or another, because of I don't want to say it's the law, but because of the culture of was it the Turks? I don't think that's Turkey, but the Turks. They allowed the white folks or the pale skinned people were allowed to ascend. They came in as slaves, but they couldn't get an education. They become, let's just say, mayor or the leader of the country. So when these so-called pale skins got, I guess, enough nerve to form an alliance with the other pale skin that took control of Turkey, they broke past the Persian Wall, the Hadrian Wall, and entered into that would be our Western Empire, Black Holy Roman Empire. And as you may know, and I'm pretty sure you do, that the first few popes were black. And from there,
Just like the first 8 presidents were black.
oh yeah, it was more than that, all the way up to Ulysses S. Grant.
Confederacy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ulysses S. Grant all the way down. You know what I mean? But the idea is that a lot of what is known or should be known ain't known because white folks are too ashamed about their history. They don't have one. And everything that they got from us. So I was telling my boy, okay, Pato, yeah, my wife was joking. Yeah, yeah, mi amor, yeah. Huh? Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to be dying. I'm sitting there, I'm talking to you. But anyway, the idea and the caucasity of these motherfuckers. They're not Caucasian. They're not white. They're not Anglo-Saxon. They're not Saxon. They're not European. This is bleeped out nigger. The worst fucking troglodyte. They're troglodytes. Niger or nigger. They're the worst fucking niggas on the goddamn planet. And all they do, like I got from my mother when I was coming up with my father. You know, my father died when I was 15, so I lost him real early. I'll be 52 this year. But and I lost my mother about a year and a half ago. So I had her for a long time, and I really appreciate that. But the idea is that my mother told me, and my parents, they said the only thing white folks have ever brought to the table of humanity were the 4 Ds: death, destruction, disease, and despair. If you can't see that shit right now, fuck you. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to hear no bullshit. I don't want to hear no Johnny come lately, kumbaya bullshit. There ain't no kumbaya with these motherfuckers. They are straight death. They're the harbingers of death. You know what I mean? And if you can't see that, what's going on, and hold on for a second, please. Because I'm gonna bring it up right now. And in Palestine, in the Middle East, which is Northeast Africa, can you see that?
Yes, sir.
That's a human being that they ran over with a tank.
Damn.
Only fucking animals do this shit. They're acting like human beings. Hold on for a second. And this is another one. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Why are they persecuting me so? Motherfucker, you need to be persecuted. And you need to be killed politically, economically, spiritually, and if necessary, and it is necessary, physically. Because these motherfuckers, all they do, you see all this with your thing? That's number of blood of everybody in that motherfucking water. And that's his funky ass. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm not no racist because the race doesn't exist. That is a social construct. What I am against is injustice. What am I against is lies. What am I against is deceit. And I will fight tooth and nail with these motherfuckers because brother, they have yet, with all the invitations that I have sent out, whether it be Bill O'Reilly, Tommy Lauren, all these big name white motherfuckers on X, they have yet to come onto my show to deal with me.
Oh, and they're not going to.
No.
They're not going to.
No, sir.
Because you're gonna hit them with facts, and they just gonna hit you with
bullshit,
with emotion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And they hang up on you all of a sudden because they know they can't beat you.
No, because why? We are you and I, we and everybody else. If we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, that's all we got. That's all we need. Facts, nigga. Facts. How the fuck you gonna go? How are you gonna go against me? And you seeing me talking to you right now on a piece of glass with wires and all this other bullshit. I don't know how it works, but it works. and you're looking at me, and you hear me speak. You hear me. You seeing my hand move. I see your head up and down. You know what I mean? How you gonna deny that bullshit? You feel me? You feel me? That shit about the dumbest motherfucking shit ever. And look, we're gonna get into a whole lot of shit. I was talking, it was a while back, but they brought it up. I didn't bring it up again. Well, you give me your thoughts on Gory motherfucking Island. That's supposed to be the slave house that all these tens of millions of niggas coming from Africa, left and come to America. That's some bullshit. That ain't nothing but a motherfucking mansion that somebody else done had. But due to the lies and the deceit of them Africans, They only established that bullshit to make money on emotional bullshit. Now you give me your 2 cents on that.
On Gory
Gory
Island in
Island.
particular,
Yes, sir.
or
Yes, sir.
okay, well, what made me aware of Gory Island as in particular, as opposed to Elmina Castle and all these other slave dungeons that they call them in on the coast of most of Africa,
Right.
was when Nelson Mandela and Bill Clinton took that picture. That made me aware that Gory Island, as opposed to the other places I just mentioned a minute
Right.
ago. As far as the picture, that was a photo op. That was pretty much right after Mandela was let go from prison. But they say, I ain't saying it, they say that he really died and was replaced with a clone.
Yes, yeah. I was
Right.
about to say that. That's a mess.
And his wife said that. So
Yes,
don't
yes,
say
sir.
I'm making up
I'm
incident
making it. Yes, yes,
like
sir.
that.
That's not him. She said that's not him.
Uh-huh.
And to be honest, if that was him, he would have told all of the followers, all of the people of South Africa, kill him, motherfucker. Kill him. Didn't they take it by force? What goes around comes around. You cannot deny justice. And this is what white folks are fearing. They fearing justice like a motherfucker. But but keep on going about the Gory Island, because Ann Pepin was the owner of the mansion with her husband or whatever the hell name is, and it was never motherfucking slave port. I don't know where, and having 10 million black folk leave, that white folk were too stupid, ignorant to build a motherfucking boat. They didn't have that technology we did. They were too dumb and stupid. They just started speaking 1,000 years ago. 700 years fucking later, 1776. Now they all up on shit. They know how to do shit. The only thing they know how to do in the boat that they had was a fucking log in the water. That's it. but continue, please.
Okay. Well, as far as Gory Island, other than that, I don't really know much about it. We now have the experience or the knowledge of knowing that, for the most part, that was all lies.
Yes, sir.
If you look at a picture of what was considered an Indian before the 1800s,
Right.
it would look like me or you. Yeah, like me or you. Right. Copper colored to
Copper color.
right.
So ruddy complexion.
Pretty much. And so now I wouldn't deny that I'm sure you're aware of a guy named Dane Calloway. He's very popular.
Yeah, I love that guy. That's
right.
my boy.
Dane Calloway's thesis. I don't know if I should call it a thesis or a verifiable information fact, but his thesis is that there were so many blacks here before Columbus came, that what they did.
The European, hold on, please. Let me throw this on the table. The Europeans were black Europeans. They weren't white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
you know about that, right?
Maybe they weren't black like me and you, but they were swarthy. Right.
Black, swarthy, whatever name you want to give it.
Which is another word for color. Because we're trying to explain this so that people get it, as opposed to them thinking that they look like us. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like Kendrick Lamar says, they ain't us. But I'm going back to Gory Island. So, as a whole, let me just say as a whole, as opposed to just Gory Island in particular. So we really don't know what real history is, because a lot of that is up in question. Going back in time so that we speak on their origins or where they may have come from. I've learned over the years that as a whole, the Black American, and when I say American, I'm talking about this hemisphere, whether it's Turtle Island, let's say Turtle Island. So we don't differentiate the Caribbean from the United States and Hawaii and all that stuff.
Right.
what is now
Oh,
considered.
we don't get into Hawaii because Hawaii is not an official state. No,
Yeah,
Alaska.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna keep that on the table. But go ahead.
Okay. So what I'm saying is their origin, and do all due respect to your what you said earlier about they ain't nothing but washed up or washed out niggas from way back in the days. Most of them come from a constellation called Alpha Draconis,
See. Okay.
where the word dragon comes from.
Right.
Alpha Draconis, and then another one called Zeta Reticuli. Okay. And when they got here, like the island of Dr. Moreau,
Right.
they started gene splicing with the gibbons and the Reese monkey to take on a more human or primate form.
Right.
And they weren't blessed with melanin as of that result because it's like a copy of a copy. The more copies you make, the more faded it starts looking, and so on and so that's their origin. I'm talking about maybe hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years ago. And then they took their form in the human family, starting with the Bible.
Okay.
Because the basic form of anything is an atom. That's why his name is Adam.
Right. 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 Adam form
built on the eve of destruction.
Atom form molecules, molecule form cells, cell form tissue, tissue form organ, organ form organelle, and organelle form organism. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Now a lot of people are gonna be like, Isaiah, what? But I don't want to go too far away. That's something extra, if I can say it like that.
No, please say it, brother, please.
Right, but if you think about it, we can't be the only motherfuckers in the galaxy we live in called the Milky Way galaxy. We can't. So that is on the table.
We deal with galaxies, but when we deal with galaxies, one thing we don't talk about is the many dimensions in the galaxy.
Yes, sir.
So for all we know, your doppelganger, your twin, your you, forget about all that, simulation shit. Right, you could be right next to you in the fifth dimension, but you can't touch or see it. Or right here on Earth. Or on another planet that's just like Earth.
Yeah. See, a lot of people not ready
for white supremacy.
Bro, a lot of people ain't ready for that discussion.
Yeah, man. I don't even know if I'm ready for it.
Well, you know what? I appreciate you. You are very well read. You're not only questioning what you know, but you're questioning what you know, that you think you know, that you know, and then you keep going. You know what I mean? So that's the whole point of a true scholar. You always question every motherfucking thing. I don't give a damn how familiar it might be. Because everything in this world that we see only through the limitation of our field of vision, through the limitation of our field of hearing, through the limitation of our nose and our ability to, you know what I mean? So everything that we see within our eyes, we can't see what a bee sees, the ultraviolet light. So who to know? These other beings can be sitting right next to me, sitting right across from me and touching me, and I don't feel shit because I can only feel in the 3 dimensions. Now I can go to 2 dimensions, I can go to 1 dimension, but I cannot, because of the limitation of our body, we cannot sense. That's the better word. We cannot sense the 4th dimension, the 5th dimension, the 6th dimension, and all of that. So we can imagine it because our brain and our capacity to think is infinite. You know what I mean? But the more, I always say, bro, that the more you here's the promised land. It's not in Israel or Northeast Africa. It's right here, right between your ears. The more you water it with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the more you get out of it. And if you're not, if you're how you say, if you're sentimental, no. If you're always sitting your ass down somewhere, ain't reading, ain't questioning, ain't doing it, you're gonna be the same motherfucker that you were 30 years ago, 30 years later. Cause you ain't advanced nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, but I don't want to go too far away. We're gonna get into that on another episode. We're gonna cover this about the extraterrestrial whatever on another show.
Right.
We're going way beyond. A lot of people ain't gonna be able to relate to that.
Hey,
So
the name of the show, y'all, is Straight Talk. So whatever we talk about, we gonna straight talk it.
Yeah, straight talk.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So. Wow. Yeah, you fucking my head up right now.
We fucking each other's head up.
Man, I love discussions like this, man. But you got to talk with people who are on that level.
Hey, Isaiah, what I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna send you a real lizard, let it go through your eye, and implode your brain out. You be talking more shit.
Wow. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Frequencies and vibrations is where it's all at. And you know, Nikola Tesla was a black guy. They might not want to say it, but
if you ever notice when you see a picture of him,
right,
it's always a drawing or a hologram type picture, so that it doesn't have to show. He looked like Adam Clayton Powell to me.
Yeah, I would say but a little bit darker.
I've never seen an actual picture of him. I've only seen drawings and simulations. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I know he.
Well, I don't have a picture, but I have a description of the guy. He's saying he was dark complected. You know what I mean? So dark complected means like me and you. Yeah, you know, whatever degree that may be. It might be a shade or two lighter, or a shade or two darker. So I've seen
intel that said he was Venusian.
He was who?
Venusian from Venus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're going way beyond, but we're going to talk about all of this, man. Cause I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? But I think that's a whole nother level.
Okay.
That people are not ready for, and the only people who are ready for that is when they are ready for that.
And let me tie that up real quick. That I'm not going to get too deep into into Nikola Tesla too much. But I'm sure you're aware of this. The last person, I don't know if he killed him or if he set him up or what have you, but the person that got all his personal papers was Donald Trump's uncle.
I heard.
And supposedly, and with him, supposedly getting shot today or whatever happened there, alleged.
Right.
It's crazy how we tying this back up with Nikola Tesla, because supposedly when Trump was a young man, when his uncle was still alive,
right, he
supposedly created that time machine, and Trump went into it and knew he was going to be the president one day.
Right.
So,
I heard. I have not read that book, but I've seen it, and time. Look, the last time it was. Decade. You're talking about 35, 38 years ago when I saw in the Science magazine. It was a really popular magazine. What's it called? Science magazine? Something like that. And they're talking about not exactly a time machine, but you can they put a I don't know. I don't forget. They put an apple in there and it transferred from one pod to the next. Perfect. Now, 35 years later, they must have perfected that bullshit. You know what I mean? Where you can go from one thing to the next, from one area to the next. I'm pretty sure there is a time machine. Somebody done figure that shit out. Just because me and you don't know how to do it, don't mean it don't exist. You know what I mean? So there's a whole lot of things that are happening. That hell, they don't even need bullets now. There's a I don't want to call it a laser gun, but you point it at somebody, it cooks your inside in a nanosecond.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah,
that's been around forever, man.
boy, yeah.
Yeah, they well in the movies back in the days, in the old science fiction movies,
Right.
they'll call them ray guns.
Ray guns, yeah.
Right. Remember
Right,
when?
and then
Are you a fan of Public Enemy?
yeah,
Remember when Chuck D said, "If he's the president, I'm pulling out my ray gun. Zap the next one. I could be a shogun." That's in what song is that? Rebel Without a Pause. No.
okay,
That's not Rebel no. I don't remember the name of it right now. I'll get it before the show's over. But he said that in that. And back in the days when you watch Star Trek and most science fiction shows in the late '60s, early '70s, you know, Battlestar Galactica, they all had ray guns. So, and not only that, but if you remember the Bugs Bunny cartoons when they had the small Martian guy, that was a ray gun. Yeah. So those things been around. If they showing it to you, that means it was already invented.
Yeah.
Whether it's perfect or not is another story, but it was it's already there.
Yeah. Boy, and then Nikola Tesla had the ray gun that he was going to allow the United States to use, but he said that if it gets into the wrong hands, you know.
And that's why they killed him at the time that they did, because he started seeing he died basically a poor man.
Yeah.
All the stuff that he did, he died basically because he wasn't doing it for money. He was doing it for the betterment of people on the earth. Yeah, right. So it's the same way how you got the guy in remember that racist dude that went to the top supermarket in upstate New York, Buffalo? He shot up a whole bunch of people.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy in there, the security guard, that saved a whole bunch of people from dying because he warned them. He said, "There's a guy with a gun out there. He's coming in. Y'all, hide somewhere, what have you." And then he engaged them, and he was the first person that got shot. He had invented a car, patent pending, that ran on water and air.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't need oil or gas.
Right. Yeah, that's a real car. That's a real motor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Patent pending. It was just pending. He was waiting for it. He was a retired police officer. He didn't need that job. He was doing that probably just, to keep money rolling in outside of his retirement, pension, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And get out the house every day and be with people. Right.
Okay. Hold on for hold on. Okay, hold on.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I was just alerting my boy, Brother Maurice. Hopefully, you can come on to not on our show, but check it out on YouTube, and just watch it. But yeah, okay. So with Trump being shot, and the fact that we are on land law, not maritime law, and the fact that he went around the world collecting all his gold, as you were saying, being the chief exchequer, is that right?
Exchequer.
Come away? What is it?
Exchequer. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's how it's spelled.
Okay.
That's at least from my interpretation. Go ahead.
Okay. So with all that being done, the other thing, it was a new currency that America was in the hoops with Canada and Mexico called
You're talking about the
Amero.
Amero, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Is that being done, or how is that? Are all of these three economies are being connected now, or what do you think?
Well, if it was up to the bad guys, what would have happened is, in order to control it easier, they would have just created central banks on a continental level because it's easy to control, as opposed to United States, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Curacao, Barbados, Trinidad, Cuba, all the other various countries that, probably their economies are tied to Spain, France, wherever, whoever you're paying tribute to. So at the end of the day, now that BRICS is taking over and is running more of the economy on a world level than the United States is with the dollar, and they're using their BRICS currency or their own currencies that's backed by gold, with Russian and Chinese gold. The United States, and then the Saudis divesting of their what do you call it? Those not T-bills. Those bonds that they buy in order to back their economy with.
Right.
I don't remember the name of it right now.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, yeah. So with all that being done as we speak, is any day now, because I believe the United States is printing $1 trillion a day. So what is the money being backed by if it's not backed by some kind of oil, which we don't have control over most of it anymore? Other than this one. And that's another thing Trump did that a lot of people don't acknowledge, because they don't know anything about that stuff. He recreated the ability to get it out of the rock, fracking. Right. And with that, we became an exporter as opposed to an importer. So it made
oil?
Oil? Yeah.
Okay. Well, that you're talking about shale oil.
Shale, right. Yeah, but the name, how you get it out instead of bit drilling is
right.
They call it fracking.
Yeah, because that was a big thing back in Canada.
From the shale rock.
Right.
Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I remember it was a huge amount of that shale rock that was discovered in Canada.
Right.
That they needed the oil price to go up to about $100 a barrel or whatever in order to make it worth the while.
Right.
So I remember that.
Right. Okay. So that's why when Trump was president, most people were working, and everybody, gas wasn't super expensive.
Right.
Every time I look at gas now, it's going up, and it's the summertime, so it ain't going to stop till September, October, when people stop traveling, they're back to school, back to work, not on vacation necessarily. Right. So
okay. So how did that get connected back into what America been now? The America, the Republic, and the birth certificate and all these other countries that are now sovereign on its own basis. There's no more Rothschild Bank. Because if I remember correctly, Iceland was the first country that did away with banking and the bankers and arrested motherfuckers and killed them, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember.
So Iceland being the first country to get rid of the Rothschild Bank, and Russia never had it. And
no, Russia had it for a while.
For a while? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had him in there. They kicked them out eventually, though.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So with all of that being said and done, how are you, connecting all of this to make it make sense? You know what I mean?
Connecting.
Who don't know.
Be specific about the question you're asking so I can answer it.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a minute. So we talked about Trump being the 19th president. He's still the commander-in-chief.
Right.
And that this Biden is fake. It's not real. And he's been dead for quite a while now.
Right.
Along with a lot of the top so-called people, like Bill Clinton, the whole nine, the whole swamp. Right. And that what we are seeing on TV is not the real Supreme Court. That's being played out on stage. No, that's not right. That's not real. The White House, from what I'm understanding, it's going to be torn down. With all of the tunnels and child pedophilia that's been going on and all that, with Hunter Biden and these tunnels that he was famous for, not him particularly, but he was in those tunnels, and he got the tunnels on his back. I forget the name of those tunnels. You know what I mean?
You talking about
As
the ones under the Finger Lakes in upstate New York?
there you go. There you
There
go.
you
The
go.
Finger Lake. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So with all of that being happening, and we're watching a movie, how do you to make it make sense to the person who say, "Oh man, Isaiah, this is just like my boy. He just showed up on a computer, Brother Marie. Oh man, this is crazy. This is
Well,
crazy.
I look at it like this. I look at it
Okay.
like this, bro. I said this at the beginning of the show, but I'm gonna say it again. When you are into this kind of information,
Right.
as steeped as we are into it, even sometimes we be like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
Like, damn, they doing that too.
Right.
Like the last thing that really got to me that way was learning about consciousness transference.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware of the dynamic.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. So, and then you look back, and then, well, let me speak for myself because I'm speaking about you asking me a question, and I'm trying to relate it to you in how I make sense out of this.
Okay.
Then I look back on Avatar, and that's exactly what they was doing.
Yeah, you talking about the movie?
Yeah, the Avatar.
Yeah.
When the guy
Yeah.
was actually laying down he couldn't walk or anything like that because he was a war veteran and he got injured in war. And so, but when he's the Avatar, actually out there with the Na'vi, he's doing everything he could do and then some.
From here.
Exactly, and learning how to do it. But that's an example of what consciousness transference is. It's not you, but it's your total consciousness, your memories, your capabilities before you became handicapped, your intelligence or lack thereof, and what have you. And so, with that said, what I'm saying to you is that is possible, and this is how they're able to have clones, CGI, green screens, whatever, however they simulate you to see for you to say, well, how you gonna say Biden's dead when you see him on television every day? Even when he's making a fool out of himself or whatever. And so for people who are listening to this, who having doubts about what we're saying, it's all about what you know and how much you can connect to it, and then whether you believe it or not based on everything else you know. So if that makes sense for you,
I feel you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Because a lot of stuff we believe or know, for example, I can't say we know it. The information is out there if you look for it.
If you look for it, right.
What else you know around that dynamic will make you believe that could be true. Like, we don't know, me and you don't, we weren't in Butler, Pennsylvania today to say with beyond a shadow of a doubt that Trump got shot. How do we know one of them Secret Service agents that jumped on him and he just nick him in the ear for you to see that blood just dripping off? All you heard was pops.
Right.
I didn't see an impact where like he got hit like out of the blue and he reacted to it. He just went like this.
Right.
And he went down.
Right.
And when he came back up, he did all that shit. They got him out of there.
Right. And then how like you were saying earlier, when motherfucker got shot with a gun, it's just gonna glaze his motherfucking head.
They're gonna put a sharpshooter out there.
Right. And then he gonna get his ass up, his fat ass, and do the black power. Look, I ain't trying to, Brother Marie, you watching me? You watching right now. Look, like I said, I believe it is happening. I don't know it is happening. We're watching a motherfucking movie. And if you have seen the movie Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, you will see that shit is real. They have the ability to put on a mask and then imitate your voice. This is not no motherfucking game. America is the most powerful country in the world, and we're going to get even more powerful because now our currency, if it is true, Brother Marie, that you're going to see silver certificates and gold certificates. The old America is gone. like my brother here, Black Smith was saying, everybody that you think that you're seeing and you ain't seeing, they've been dead. The Guantanamo Bay is very active. So all of what you are seeing is nothing but a motherfucking movie. That's it.
Hey, listen, what was one of Q's most famous taglines when he used to sign off?
Oh shit. Yeah, you got me on that.
As soon as I hit you with it, you're gonna be mad you forgot. You ready?
Yeah.
Enjoy the show.
Enjoy the
Enjoy the show. It's a show. If you're looking at it as anything else, you're gonna be fucked up behind it. You ain't gonna be caught up to speed. Now, we're not, me and my brother here are not telling y'all we know it all and this is what's happening. We're telling you what's in the realm of responsibility, and as a result of that, what we believe is happening, not what's going to happen. Because if that was the case, then we'd be with Trump right now making the next plan up.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You know?
Yes,
There's
sir.
another thing that they used to say, maybe in the last 6 months of Q dropping every day or on a constant level, on a constant basis. They used to always say that there was going to be a scare event before it's all over. Now, you could take that to mean the war between Ukraine and Russia, the one between Hamas and Israel, or what happened today, or all three of them.
Right. Now, look, let me throw this on the table, too.
Go ahead.
What motherfucking ex-president has Secret Service 18 motherfucking cars deep? Tell me what motherfucking president, ex-president, has Secret Service agents?
Not only that, hold on. Trump was notoriously known. When he first became president, they were saying he ain't gonna last because he wasn't taking assessment from the CIA. He was taking them from the military.
Okay.
His Secret Service weren't Secret Service agents.
Right.
They were Marines.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what transpired since he's been out of office, but that is a fact. What I just told you, he didn't trust the CIA because he already know they're trying to kill him. Been trying to kill him. Many attempts have been made on his life.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And sir, what president, ex-president, gets on a goddamn Air Force One and the military jet and the military helicopter?
The commander-in-chief.
Yeah, Brother Marie, I sent that to you of a picture of this month, him getting on the military chopper. So just check it. I am not saying I know for a fact, but I'm 90% certain, and I believe 90% that what we are seeing, Brother Maurice, is some real shit, and it's going to pan out. There is no election this year. Biden just dropped out the motherfucker. He you know what I mean? That means Kamala Harris, who is not even a fucking citizen of the United States, she's not qualified to be the president. So all of this is a show. Is enjoy the show. That's all I got to say. Enjoy the show,
Brother Isaiah. Let me say this to you personally. I don't know who your brother Maurice is, and I'm sure he's a good friend of yours, and I'm sure you guys go back and forth all day and night. I stopped that shit about 6-7 years ago about trying to defend anybody or whatever. I present the information, and whatever the fuck you do with it is on you at that point.
Right.
You can verify anything I tell you, because if you got any smoke for me, I can show you a link, send you a video or a magazine article, what have you. I don't make shit up. Now, again, it depends on what you know about the dynamic in question and other information that surrounds that will form your opinion. If you read one book and you think you're going to make an opinion on the type of conversation we have, you ass out of here. We'll just tell you other shit and then show you the book and say, this is what
we're gonna tear them up if they come in here with this bullshit.
And a book that I tell people to read if they really have any doubts about any of this kind of conversations we having is Behold a Pale Horse.
Yeah.
Oh, that book will give you And the dude, I read that book. The book came out around 90, around the
I
end
know
of
what
the
you're talking
First
about.
Gulf War. Right,
Right.
right.
He predicted a lot of things that are happening right now.
And that's the point I was going to make real quick. Now, I read that book in probably 96, 97. I didn't read it when it first came out. I read it when, and already a lot of stuff had happened at that point.
Right.
And stuff still happening at that point. I'm from New York. I don't live in New York anymore. And I don't give my location out to, online, what have you.
Right.
But the people, I'm a targeted individual, so I'm gang stalked. So the people who's supposed to know who I am, they already know who I am, and they act like they don't. And then they start doing the bullshit, and I gotta leave them the fuck alone. But the point I'm making when I say all this is that I left New York in late 1999 because throughout the book he kept saying, do not be in New York, LA, or Chicago right after 2000 because I don't know what's going to happen. And I thought it was Y2K. It wound up not being that. It wound up being 9/11. So before 9/11 happened, it's a year and a half later, after 2000, everybody was clowning me because I left New York at that time. And I went back early 2000 and I left again and I didn't go back to live until maybe 10, 15 years. No, not maybe 5, 7 years later. But then what I'm trying to make is,
you escaped that
yeah, I wasn't there when
that's supposed to be airplane crash into the Twin Towers. Now you know that was the inside job. Ain't no motherfucking Muslim gonna come into our country and learn how to fly. Don't learn how to land on the motherfucker
with box cutters.
Yeah.
And then make a phone call and say, let's roll.
Yeah.
At that time, you couldn't even make a phone call on a damn plane. Fuck out of here. What you talking about, man? You know,
wait.
Try to break people down with stuff like that. I just tell them stuff like that. At that time, you couldn't make a phone call.
Wait. And look. The plane that hit the Pentagon, it damn near formed a perfect circle.
Yeah, it was
what the fuck did they have? What did the wings say? Fuck it, I'm gonna curl ourselves in and then go in. Now you know, motherfucking well. And on top of that, who was the vice president?
Cheney.
Cheney told every motherfucker let the plane come on in.
Yeah, because they had a plane scramble from I think Delaware or something like that. Yeah, they had 2 planes scrambled. Yeah. Stand up. Hey, we're on it. We see him. Can we hit him? No.
Ain't that a bit? No. What the fuck you mean, no? But look. I don't want to go too far, but the Twin Towers fell at a free fall rate. That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
The Empire State Building had a plane that crashed into that motherfucker. It didn't burn down.
Nothing happened. Structural damage.
It burned, but it didn't fall.
Damage. Yeah, exactly.
So there was a lot of thermite that was used on both of those buildings and the Twin Towers that had them to fall.
And the residue of thermite you could find for miles around that disaster area.
Right. And so building 7 fell for what? For nothing? It fell out of sadness because we got the Twin Towers fell. Their mom and daddy fell.
There was there's a video. It used to go around. I haven't seen it in years, but it was very popular for a good 10 years, where it said Trump was the first truther because he went down there and he was like, buildings don't fall like this. I know. I build them all the time. They built for planes and all kind of missiles and shit to hit it and take minimal damage.
Minimal damage.
So because he wasn't in on the plan, and that's what I believe. That's when the generals came to him and like, okay, we're going to start fixing up your background so that you can run for president and not have anything overly scandalous on your record.
Right.
Because believe me, if you worth over, forget about billions. If you worth over 100 million, you did some bullshit in your life too. You ain't clean. You ain't gonna get to them levels being squeaky clean. It don't work that way.
No, it don't. No, sir.
Right.
No, sir. Wow, man. Well, we're gonna cover a lot of things, but Maurice, pay attention. Like we covered this earlier about Goree Island and it being what it was not. That is a fictional story. That was, the owner's name was Ann Pepin, very rich African European woman. No motherfucking white boy gonna come to a pale skin ownership, and they didn't have no ship. They didn't have what? Where did they get the technology from? The Vikings were black. We taught the pale skins how to do what they do. They had no fucking ship coming to get no niggas from Africa and taking them to America. That shit didn't happen. 10 to 12 million. You know how many fucking motherfuckers there are? 10 to 12 million? Bro, will you explain to them? Because they were showing me a video of all these motherfucking little tiny ass fucking dots going from the, I don't know if you ever seen that, going from the west coast of Africa into South America, North America, and all this other bullshit. And some of these dots was like this. And some of these dots was as small as a pen needle. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I guess, and I brought this up with Brother Maurice a long time ago, and they brought that shit up again. And I didn't want to say shit. I said, I don't know how to explain this shit. I ain't going to be explaining it no more. But some of them guys, those must have been American cruise line ships. Motherfucker, man. See, what I try to do, I don't get into the emotions of it. I don't give a fuck about your emotions. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I care about the facts. The fact is that these pale-skinned children of ours just started speaking 1,000 years ago. Their idea of a boat was a fucking log on the water. The black Europeans were the ones who were bringing so-called black people over here after they came to the America and brought them to Europe and Africa. America, the American black, let's use the current definition, has old blood. I have old blood. My wife has old blood. My kids have blood. My family has old blood. The most populous areas globally that have old blood is in the Americas. That's the Caribbean islands, South America, Central America, America proper, North America, and Canada. That's the Americas. So when Christopher Columbus, who was a Portuguese Jew, black, came to Hispaniola, he came on a friendly mission. It had nothing to do with color. Because of the papal bull, after he went back and brought some so-called native people to Europe and approached the Pope at that point, the Pope told him to go back because they're not willing to be Christian and kill him in the name of Jesus. This was a black on black fucking crime. And a lot of people who have been sucked into this American educational system can't get that shit out of their system. They got too much nigga in them. You know what I mean? And I'm just keeping that real, brother mine. I love you like a brother from another mother, but you know how we do on this show. If you're fucking around, you're gonna find out.
Yes, sir.
There's no time and there's no patience for bullshit. Scholarly, 100% factual shit. King James was black. George Washington was a black man. Ain't no motherfucking way. Through 3 continental congresses, whereby Pulaski, who was black, a Polish black man, because the original indigenous people of Poland were black. He played in a significant role in that. When you look at Thomas Paine and Common Sense, that dude was a black guy. So all of these so-called black Europeans who came into America formed the 13 colonies at the behest of King James and his son, King Charles and George. These were black men running the shit. America only consists of 13 states, who were the original 13 colonies. Originally, there were 19 colonies. 6 of those went north to form a Canada. Everything west of Appalachia, King James told you don't take your funky asses beyond the Appalachian Mountains, but they did so. So all of that land, all the way up to and through Hawaii, must be given back. And if I'm mistaken, correct me on this, the Pope, during the time of Obama's presidency, came out with a letter saying that you got to give all this shit back.
Actually, it was last year that the Pope rescinded the you talking about the doctrine of discovery now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was rescinded last year.
Okay.
Yeah, I was posting it on Facebook all over the place.
Okay.
At that
Why
time.
was that?
Say again?
Why was it descended?
Decentered?
Oh, I'm sorry, rescinded.
Rescinded. Okay, I'm sorry. It was rescinded because, like we already spoke about Hawaii and so on and so forth. If instead of taking this, instead of looking at this historically, I'm going to do it phonetically.
Okay.
What is the foundation of the basis of the New World? Christopher Columbus' discovery, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, in law, discovery doesn't mean what we mean, what it means in regular English diction.
Okay.
Okay, discovery has a definition. So if you say that Columbus discovered America when he sailed the ocean blue in 1492, and the first part of that comment is wrong, then the whole comment is wrong.
It's wrong, yeah.
And therefore, you cannot base him discovering it when there were people already there who had been there for thousands, if not millions of years.
Right.
So based on that, anything the white man found and based it under his king or pope or some dick sucker he probably loved or whoever or whatever they doing and what they doing over there has to be given back. And who's the righteous owners? Me and you.
Right.
Us niggas.
Yeah.
And when I say us, I'm talking about United States niggas. For those of y'all who don't like that word, fuck out of here. It ain't going nowhere just because you don't like it. And we using it properly. We're not using it to be just defining people and all that.
Right. And that comes from the word Niger.
Exactly.
They could not, So it's not a bad word. Just like Sambo is not a bad word. Because Sambo meant, was it Thailand or somewhere around in that southeastern area? Sambo was the name of a king. What to give the king. So, but like I always say, white folks always fuck shit up. They fucked up the swastika, which is nothing but I don't want to say nothing less than a whole more than the Big Dipper in this 4 position, spring, summer, fall, winter. But they fucked that up.
The number 13.
Huh?
The number 13.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and if you're a Jew and you have kids, and they like I had, like I had my bar mitzvah. 13 means a lot, and what that number means. So yeah, I'm here. You know a lot, player. I want to, Brother Marie, get this brother on your show. Please get this brother on your show. I'm gonna send you would you mind being on the show?
No, man, no, by all means, brother.
Okay. So
we need to be on the show together, so we can.
Yeah. Well, I'm always on his show.
Okay, we're gonna team up on him. We're gonna drop squad his ass. How's that?
We're gonna drop some bombs on that motherfucker. Cause we like family now. You know what I mean? Cause we done cut each other out and all that shit.
Hey, listen, because this is about show and prove. This ain't about lambasting or beating nobody up.
No, it's about facts.
We can show it to you, and where you take it from there is on your own.
Yeah, yes, sir. I always say that. I always say that to my brother. I love him. I love Sister Kathy. I love Dr. Jones. He's a PhD in history, but he got to come with it because if I'm not wrong, because he read my book, but if I'm not wrong, he believed that King James and George Washington were white, and that's far from the truth.
Let me ask you a question, brother Isaiah, real quick, because
Go ahead.
I never had this answer. I never had this answer sufficiently.
Okay.
Now, we know that I've never met a white person named Washington. So
they got their name from us. They the ones with the slave name.
From the Washita?
No, wait, hold on.
Okay.
Yes, sir. But hold on. I for Brother Maurice, you can go back and matter of fact, I'm gonna send you the video, the show where I talked about George Washington being black and all of the evidences, right? So if you look at George Washington's history, his genealogy, I don't bullshit when I do my research. I am very, very, very thorough. So when you do his genealogy, you go way back to Nicolas Martial, who was a Portuguese Huguenot, or I don't know how you pronounce it.
Huguenot, you said it right. Yeah. Huguenot.
Yeah, Huguenot. Portuguese Huguenot Jew. All right. We all know, we don't have to even check. We all know that the Portuguese were black, blacker than black. All right. So if you go back to Nicolas Martial all the way down to his mother and father who were black, there's a book called George Washington, Mother and Wife. His mother and his wife were described as brunette, meaning brown skin. There are a lot of evidences. His boy, George Washington, his boy described low down or something like that, described the man as 6'2", sturdy build, light blue eyes, and dark complexion. And a lot of other evidences that I brought up too. And I could bring up a whole lot more. What motherfucking more do you fucking need, nigga? In order to show that this motherfucker, George Washington, the first president of the United States, going backward, John Hanson, from Sweden, you know the Swedes were black. He was president at that point under the Articles of Confederation. The term limit was 1 year, but he did more in the 2 years that he was in president of the United States under the Articles of Confederation that George Washington did in the 4 years.
Right.
And all of the presidents before him, I think there were like 4 or 5 of them before John Hanson.
I think John Hanson was the 8th.
The 8th? Okay. Yeah. So from the 7th on down, these were all black people.
Right.
Hanson was a black guy. George Washington, the first president under the United States Constitution that was signed and ratified in 1776, all the way up to what, 1780? Somewhere around there?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, these were black men, black Europeans. There were no white motherfucker doing shit because they couldn't write. They couldn't think. How the fuck? And the U.S. Constitution, Brother Maurice, is based on the Iroquois Nation Constitution, as I have said on your motherfucking show, and the Magna Carta that was signed by King John and written by black folks. Nothing happens out of thin air. It's just we hold these true. You know what I mean? Think, motherfucker, think. That's why you got a goddamn brain. I want to light up too, nigga. I ain't had my tree in a minute. I wish I was there, player. I'd be smoking my ass off. But that's another show. But anyway, no, don't die on me yet. But yeah, man, look. We're gonna be doing this show a lot. You know a lot, and like I said, when you talk about the Venusians and outer space and other people going extraterrestrial, that's way beyond a lot of people thinking. You know what I mean? They're not ready for that conversation.
Well,
so
it was for us in the beginning too. Let me go back for a prime example. I'm sure if you didn't read Behold the Pale Horse that you've at least thumbed through it, seen it, read excerpts, blah, blah, blah. Right.
Okay.
The first time like I said, the first time I read that book was in the late 90s.
Right.
And that when I read it, it was hard for me. The hardest chapter for me to get through was the one about aliens and space and all that dumb shit.
Right.
And then I read it again about maybe about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And when I read it, and I already had more information about space and aliens, it was like, oh shit. Because I had 15 years of more experience.
Right.
And already could, get with the fact, like you said it a little while ago about just talking about the galaxy. And then I brought up the dimensions inside the galaxy.
Right. Yeah.
So it was like,
listen to this, Brother Marie, listen. Because the brother and I were talking that we can only experience 3 dimensions. We can't experience 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 100th dimension. We don't know.
Well, we're getting there though.
Huh?
These kind of conversations will get us there quicker.
Yeah.
Because when you see flashes out your eyes, out the side of your eyes, and people and ancestors and all that, that means you having flashes into those next dimensions.
Yeah.
And the dimensions are infinite.
Yeah,
there's no such thing as 5D and then you stop there.
Right.
So with the Earth's core rotating backwards now, doesn't that mean we're gonna go back to who we really are? You're
getting a little bit too far ahead on a lot of people.
Oh, my bad, brother. My bad.
Yeah. No, it's good, but we're gonna cover this at a later time and bring up a lot of the facts, not fiction, not emotion, not feeling. Fuck your feelings, fuck your emotion. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get there. So I'm glad you contacted me today.
Yes,
and,
brother.
That just ain't nothing but a blessing. You know what I mean? So we're on the same page. If not the same word, the same page.
Talk about your book. So let's talk about your book.
Because it wouldn't do justice. But I got that on the table. You know what I mean? But the whole idea behind the book is what I was trying to say to you. Was the fact that Black people, our people around the world, are asking the question: why do white people hate Black people so much? And it is what we did to them, plain and fucking simple. King James Bible was made off the skin of these pale skins back. We're not the most angelic beings on the planet. We can be rough, man. The Vikings were rough. They went to Iceland and kidnapped these motherfuckers from the shores and went inland and took them for slaves. Iceland commemorate this capture, this chapter of their history.
What was the name of the people on Iceland?
I don't.
Okay. Because we have to understand something. This is for the audience. I'm sure you understand the concept, but the reason why I asked that question that way was because if you put Etruscans into the name of history, and then you know they're from Italy or what is now known as Italy,
right?
And the white boy does this a lot. He does it a lot. They'll tell you the name. They'll tell you about Judeans and not tell you that those are the original people of Israel, who are Black people.
Yeah, so when Denoy.
Right. So when Ye and Nick Cannon and Kyrie and all these people tell you that we're Jews, they're not telling you we're religious people. We are the Judeans, where the word Jew come from, and Judea is all up and down in the Bible.
Right. Now I heard too.
So now, if you believe in, hold on 1 second, brother. Let me just finish this thought.
Okay.
So if you believe in the Bible, forget about Christianity or religion at this point. Right. If you just believe in the Bible, because there are people who follow the Bible like how a Christian's supposed to in most cases. You know what I'm saying? They follow the laws of Levi and, the dietary laws and, wearing certain clothes and, fabrics and not mixing with race and, that's all in the Bible. Don't say I'm making it. I'm talking about the Old Testament. Fuck the New Testament. Old Testament is bullshit. New Testament is bullshit. The Old Testament has some historical value. Just the most of the New Testament is bullshit.
Yeah.
Because the Old Testament is the law.
Right.
The New Testament is man's law.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to say the law, you can call it God, you can call it the creator, you can call it the deity, you can call it Allah, whatever the fuck you could, Jah, Ra, we can go on and on and on and on. I'm saying, how do you interpret that being or deity if you call yourself? Right. So that's the question that way. Go ahead, brother.
Let me throw some little pepper and salt on that one.
Okay, go ahead. Come on now.
You can just feed off of it if you feel the need to step in.
Go ahead, brother.
But when King James wrote the Bible, he wrote.
I'll be right back.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm listening.
Okay, can you hear me?
I'm listening. Go ahead. I hear you.
Oh, okay. So when King James wrote the Bible, he wasn't writing it for black people per se. He was writing it for the pale-skinned slave and or serfs of that time to keep them busy looking over here while we were doing things over there. You feel what I'm saying? Just like they try to reverse it around now. You feel me? So when you look at there's a guy named Al Jahiz. I'm pretty sure you probably heard of him.
Of who?
Al Jahiz. He's the father of evolution. The black guy, the Arab guy.
Okay.
Black guy. So when you're looking at Al Jahiz and you're talking about how these so-called pale skins were and still are the animals of our human family, they're not capable of being civilized. What the European so-called pale skin father of evolution, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
The theory of evolution?
Yeah. The white guy.
You talking about Einstein?
No. Charles Darwin.
Darwin.
Yeah, Charles
evolution.
Darwin.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So all of what Charles Darwin did was read his book or use his information and turn everything that Al Jahiz was saying about these pelicans and turn it into us. That's all of what they did. And I did a show that you can look at on my. I'm gonna put it on your on your messenger.
Okay.
There's a white guy named Chris. Chris something. But anyway,
what does Chris do? What does this Chris guy do?
Chris, he's a damn it. Hold on. I'm gonna dig him up on X. Hold on. Chris, I follow the guy, but it's not coming up. Chris, oh man. But anyway, I'll send you the video.
Okay.
Of him talking, and I did a piece about an hour and a half long, explaining how white folks go into a particular area, whether it's America, whether it's South America, South Africa, wherever they went, they always put themselves here, and everybody else of color down here. That's the game plan.
Right.
So they create lies and deceitful practices that make it look like it's right, in order to fill in the gap, because they know if the truth comes out, they will have to lower themselves and the people of color appear again. This is what we are seeing, right? So the main thing about what they do is, you know how you have the dots, and you connect, and then the dots have numbers, and you connect all the numbers, you can see what the hell is going on.
Right.
Well, we've always had the dots, but we never had the numbers. So what I did was I patiently listened to what he was talking about. There were 67 numbers to those goddamn dots. And the end of the picture that you see is kill all niggas. That's it. Kill.
Serious?
Yes. And you're gonna be able to see how white folks done this shit. It is it's just like you have the liberal white folk the good white folks, liberal. You know what I mean? And they play this game. Well, I'm not racist. You know that. You know the script.
Hold on. I got to stop you right there, brother.
Right.
I want to tell any black person, I want to tell anybody out there, don't ever have that discussion with white people.
There you go.
You don't have to have that discussion. You don't owe them shit as far as explaining who they are to you. Let their actions speak, because anybody could say anything and anybody could get it. And if Trump really got shot today, if he can get it, anybody can get it. Even the visual of that has an effect on you. Maybe 90% of the people who are still against him would be like, that never happened before.
Right.
There must be something more to it that I ain't seeing, despite what anybody has told me. We now have the experience of having people who absolutely hated Donald Trump 5 years ago, who are now at least saying, I got to look more into this guy because he's the most interesting guy, whether I love him or hate him.
Right. Right.
This is very symbolic what happened today, brother. I don't care if it's true or not, if that's the real Trump or he really got nicked by something and he's all right. Come on, man. That shit this is way more than a movie, brother. You know what this is, brother? Is virtual reality with no goggles.
Yeah, yes, sir.
That's exactly what it is, brother.
And you don't see Biden getting on Air Force One. You see a mock-up of that motherfucker.
Come on, brother. We gave 6 examples already at the beginning of the show.
And Brother Maurice, that's a mask he's wearing. That's not Biden. That motherfucker died a long time ago.
How the fuck do you have a whole frame with Biden doing a press conference right outside the White House with a building right next to it?
Yeah, yes, sir. And why would you
go on? Wait.
Before I forget, bro.
Hey, please.
They did an Oval Office thing with them, and that wasn't the Oval Office.
Right.
You could see that, Brother Maurice. You could see that. So what we are seeing is nothing but Hollywood at its best.
It's either a lot in somewhere in Burbank, I believe, or Tyler Perry Studios in Georgia.
I was about to say that. There you go. There you go.
That man got 200 acres out there where he could just build whatever the fuck he want and just, Secret Service helicopter in. You know, he's gone.
But Brother Marie got a question for you, bro. Hold on. He said, ask him to repeat what he said about the Earth's core. So if you can elaborate on that, that would be cool.
Okay, a few days ago, this has been going on since about 2009, but a few days ago, there was an article in Earth.com, I believe. And if you can't find it, I'll find it because it's probably in my Google search engine. All I got to do is put Earth.com and it'll come up. But anyway, the point I'm making is since 2009, they said that the Earth's core, meaning you have a baseball and it's got all this stitching and, leather on it. And then you have the inside, which covers that core ball inside the baseball, which is the round part that the leather and all that other shit forms around for it to be a baseball. So do you think that is a understandable way to explain it, my brother? Isaiah, I'm talking to you now.
Yeah. No,
okay, because I don't want to make it too difficult for anybody else. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying to that now, when it comes to the Earth's core, it's a similar concept. And then inside of that is hollow stuff, okay, which is called the Gartha. I'm sure you heard of it before, whether you agree that it exists or not. Right. The point, okay, so let's get back to what we're talking about. So now with the Earth's core in 2009, supposedly, now I'm not down there in, geological outfits, 2 miles in the Earth. I don't know this shit. I'm telling you what's in the article, and y'all go check it out and then make your own mind up. But the point I'm making is it said that the Earth's core stopped spinning about 2009. And recently, it started spinning in reverse. Slow, but in reverse. Now, I said this to you earlier. You said we get into it another time, but your brother came with the question, so I got to go there. Okay.
Go.
With that said, I was going to bring this up a few minutes ago, and you didn't want to go there either. But your brother Maurice is like,
go.
He got double teamed. We're going to beat him up when we see him, and he's going to have to buy his Red Lobster dinners. Hey, we have fun too. We ain't just going to be serious and talking all this highfalutin bullshit. But anyway, the point I'm making is, with that said, when the cord starts turning around, what is that going to do to the polls that are shifting?
It done already shifted. The North Pole,
okay. I don't know if it, but has it stopped shifting, or is it a constant thing?
The magnetism of the earth
right.
changed.
Right, yeah. I get it, but is it finished changing?
Is it what now?
Has it finished changing?
No, it don't change like a
okay, so then it hasn't set yet. Because in order for it to shift, it has to set, even if it's just for a little while.
Right,
Even if it's in degrees, it might be 17,000 zeros, 0.1. And then the next day is 0.2.
Right.
And how many days is on the earth? We don't know. Before you know it, that shit at 16 million. It's gonna skip. Hold on. Now, are you aware of the Blue Kachina Sun?
Yes, sir.
Okay. With the Blue Kachina Sun, when it's totally complete, the sun is gonna rise in the east, in the west, and set in the east.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's going back in reverse. Instead of doing a 180, it's going to be a 360. And this is why, again, going back to the person who's allegedly got shot at today, or shot, or what have you, he was the one picked to do it because he's not as nasty dirty as them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
He got dirt.
Yeah.
Everybody know that. You can't get to that level without doing dirt, brother. It ain't going to happen. Not in this world as we speak.
Yeah.
Mansa Musa wasn't doing that shit. He's known as the richest man on earth.
Who?
Mansa Musa.
Oh, man, yeah.
The niggas that was here before Columbus, way before. Maybe when his great-grandmother was alive. Type shit.
Right.
1300s. Get the fuck out of here with this 1492. Basically 1500 shit.
Right. We've been here for millions of years, man. Longer than that, billions. But you, just like the Bible says, one day in the eyes of the Lord is 1,000 years. We cannot put a date on us. We're only 2 seconds older than dirt.
You would be foolish to try.
Right.
And with that said, brother, those of us who are ascending, in answer to Maurice's question, those of us who are ascending are going to be like the movies made of us, just like how the Bible made. X-Men, Avengers, superpowers, and all that. If you're ascending, you will get that because you deserve it. You've done all the proper work in order to get our people here. Fuck what they believe. My family made me crazy and into a targeted individual. I ain't never been in prison. I ain't never been in no damn rehab all of my life. That the place that I had to go because everybody got me fucked up is shelters.
Right.
And through all those years of living in shelters, I've never been jailed or, put in some fucking loony bin. Because I'm talking exactly like how I'm talking right now.
Right. Yeah. There's a May of oh shit. I wish I had it, but hear me out. There's the neighbor comes out of their home. Just imagine the neighbors coming out of their home. They all get all munched out and mean and evil, like this. Then the policeman got this brother. Well, he's not black, but the cartoon character. He was just smiling. But everybody got a frown on their face. You know what I mean? They're taking his ass on to jail. And that's kind of like what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like some people gonna get it, and they wake up, and they smiling. They get it.
Well, this is the Great Awakening.
Yes,
So believe me, a lot more. Like I said, I made the example a few minutes ago when I said there are a lot of people who hated Trump 5 years ago, and now they're starting to see like, I don't like that motherfucker, but it wasn't like this when he was in there.
yeah,
You didn't have that migrant issue in fucking New York City.
no.
In Times Square, the middle of your crown jewel. You go to Times Square, you go on the fucking Wall Street. It's 3-4 miles down. You go from there to Broadway. You go from there to Harlem and go eat at Sylvia's and shit. Then you get your ass back into your hotel.
But it's all fucked up now. Eh?
Man, come on, man. Them niggas is, well, that's another psyop, bro. Man, for all we know, they shooting cops and shit. These motherfuckers got dye packs on. They go to the hospital 3 days later, they out. Come on, man. Bro, it's a movie, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a war. And in a war, there are casualties. There are people dying. Like, we're not saying nobody's dying. And most of them through the diet, not through a fucking a knife wound.
Okay, you don't froze out. Okay, look. Yeah. Let me play the devil's advocate. All right. Now,
this is gonna be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got this. President Trump is, according to what we believe, not know, but believe, that he's the 19th president of the United States under the Republic of America, right? And that he's the commander-in-chief, not the president as of yet. Now, with that being said, and all of what you just said, and I'm in total agreement because we're watching a movie or something that is style. Now, if he's the president, why would he allow all these people to die with this so-called vaccine, or all of these people to die because of this and that and the other?
You're talking about Trump in this particular case,
right? If he's the commander-in-chief, why is he letting all this happen?
Okay,
because I sure the hell wouldn't.
You ready?
Yeah.
Look at it like this. You a drug dealer. I'm talking about you.
Right.
You the man. You've been the man 15 years. You knocked a few heads off. You kept it pretty peaceful, but you had a few wars, but you weren't like the last guy.
Right.
You were a little classier with it.
Right.
And then some guy from another part of the country, fuck that, from another country moves into your hood and says, I'm the man now.
Right.
He got the backup. You don't know where he coming from or what he got. How do you strategize against that? Okay, so in this case, I'm going to answer your question more directly now. The reason why if not actual Donald Trump destroying the swamp, his legacy will, because the time merits it. And they had enough time to so fuck up the deep state's agenda. It put it in a state of confusion. And the middlemen that we think of as the top, who are actually middlemen to the Rothschilds, Fuck the Rothschilds even. Because what about the
Right.
bloodline families like the
Right.
Medicis
Yeah.
and them people?
Yeah.
The Black Pope,
Right.
that level, way above those people.
Man, way above
Right,
Rothschild.
right. You don't
And
even hear
the
that name.
Medici were black.
You got to eat, live, and sweat this shit right here to know what we're talking about right now. This is how high level it goes. And who they all being ran by? Niggas
Black
called the Moors.
Oh, the Moors. I thought you were going to say the Black Pope.
Right. No, the last one got killed, right? In Japan. Last year or a year and a half ago.
Right.
Not long ago. Yeah.
Right.
He's done, bro. That shit is all done. See?
Right.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Most of the Rothschilds already conceded. They got their 20 billion. Like, I'm good. It's the ones that still, insist. The George Soros and his people. Because now his son is running it. She's gone too. Been gone. Right. So this is the level we're at. You can't have this conversation with many people, bro.
No.
Where you getting that shit from? You ain't reading what I'm reading, motherfucker. How you think you're going to get what I get when you ain't reading it? Right. And I can't prove it. I'm telling you, this is what this guy says online. I'm sure more than 10,000 people read it. If they could find the lie, they could fucking put him out of business forever.
Right. Let me read what our brother Maurice said. Just asked the question. He said, so you're saying Trump is the commander-in-chief, not the president? Yes, sir, I am. And then he said, where you get that from? Did Trump say that? And I Brother Maurice, I sent you all of that information today. You go back, start from the bottom, and work your way back up. You will see all of the information I just sent you. This is a psyop. Now, do I know that it's a psyop? 100% no. But all of the evidences are pointing in that direction. John F. Kennedy's son.
JFK Jr.
Yeah, he's not dead, according to Q.
Listen, Doctor, I had it on my page last week. Dr. Kia Pruitt interviewed him.
Yeah, I say what? I know Dr. Kia. Say what?
Last week, it was online. I watched it already. 2 hours.
Wait. John Jr.
JFK Jr. My brother.
No, you got to send me that. I know Dr. Pruitt. I know her.
Okay.
And I truly. Oh, okay. Now I was reading something that a friend of mine was.
Okay. Take your time, brother.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I didn't know that. You got to send that. You got to send that to me.
I got you. No worries, man. You already know you got that.
Yeah. I've been trying to get on Dr. Pruitt's show with my book and a lot of other people. But I guess that woman with the tail is throwing people. Hold on. Do I get? You
gonna show it?
I think I got it.
That shit was eerie ill.
Yeah, I think
I felt like moving to Erie, Pennsylvania when I saw that.
No, I got my second book one on here.
Okay.
I should have it on here. Here's my second one.
Yeah.
The White Man's Burden of Lies and Deceit 2, Understanding White Supremacy. So, yeah. Hold on. Let me just do a quick search.
You know Akil?
Huh?
Akil.
Akil?
Yeah, he wrote From Niggas to Gods.
Hold on. I want to concentrate on this.
I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on.
I think he's from Chicago.
What's his name?
Akil. He wrote a book called From Niggas to Gods. Yeah. Very popular book, maybe 20 years ago.
I ain't heard of that. Hold on. Let me go to share screen. Okay, and then StreamYard Studio. No, entire screen allowed. Okay, so can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is the one with the tail, and this is the one I wrote. This is the first one. Now look, I don't really talk too much about it. but it took 3 years, 8 months to write both of these books.
Wow.
And it the basis of the book is really simple. Hold on. So the White Man's Burden, or WMB, which is a play off of Rudyard Kipling, The White Man's Burden, is a treatise of the truthful history and contribution to world civilization that had taken place over the last 5,000 years, in which I uncover and reveal not only the lies of white historical contributions, but adamantly replacing and recalling and retelling of the truthful history of the real civilizers and bringers of all civilization, the black man and woman. WMB sets out to dispel the myth of white superiority as a cover-up of their dismal mental state of delusional grandeur or delusions of grandeur as a fraud, and the real inferiority complex white people suffer from, and why they hate black people so much. In WMB, you will find that the 1776 war was a lie. We did not win that war. That America is still under the English crown. That America isn't a country. That all lands west of Appalachia were accrued illegally and therefore null and voided. That Jamestown, which was really James City, and the 13 colonies were established by a black king, King James IV, and that the only slaves in the USA were white. In other words, black people were prisoners of war, and that black were prisoners of war. I believe WMB will be a milestone in historical literature in the sense that it dared to be different in its approach and writing style of a two-person conversation, and the ability to take a complicated subject as history and make it an easy, fun, light reading. So sit back, relax, and enjoy WMB for what it is, and a historical ride into the past to explain who and why we are where we are in terms of so-called racial relations, and how we can best defuse the situation before it explodes into a more potent force. This was in 2000, May 2017, it came out. So that's, hold on, let me get rid of this. So that's it. So we got hold on. So we got hold on. Oh, here it is. That's it. So we got how the hell do I get rid of that? Fuck it. So we got, I got that book. And it's been out and it's doing quite well. It's sold over 3,500 copies so far. So I think it's gonna take, it's not like I'm trying to brag or anything. But look, man, Brother Maurice, if you're still here, that book took 3 fucking years, almost about 4 years to write. I didn't want to write the book. I really didn't. But that question kept rising up in my spirit because our ancestors were speaking to me. Not you, Brother Maurice, not my brother Elisa, not anybody else, not Doc, not Sister Catherine. Our ancestors chose me, nigga. I didn't want to write that mother. I swear I didn't. But each time I said no, our ancestors got on my motherfucking back and told me to get my black ass up and start writing. And it came out beautifully. It came out beautifully. There ain't no other motherfucking history book written like mine, a two-person's perspective and a conversational style, and answering the question, why do white people hate black people so much? I ain't seen but 2 books. One had 2 fucking sentences dealing with that shit, and the other one had a paragraph. The first book is 1,000 pages. The second book is like 700 pages. I go into that motherfucker as to why white people hate black people so much. Ain't because, you just a nigga. You gotta fuck with somebody for them to fuck with you. That's how that shit roll. I hate the shit out of my motherfucking neighbor because of what he did. Normally, I get along with everybody. But this motherfucker, I want to kill him. Shit. On real shit. On God, man. On my motherfucking mother's tomb. Grave. You know what I mean? So, yes, Brother Muhammad, our ancestors wrote the book through me. Not you, not Doc, not Sister Cassie, No motherfucker on this 8 billion people planet but me. And I take that very fucking serious. And this is the reason why I'm so fucking serious. Because we gotta wake the fuck up. We sleep. And just like in the Bible, the valley of dry bones, these bones are coming back together quick. Ain't no motherfucking 50 years from now, nigga. We're talking about 2 or 3. And just now, I sent that to you, Brother Maurice, that Burkina Faso and 2 other countries are now joining. We beating the shit out these motherfucking white folks. They converting to Islam. The Arab Spring is here. The Moors are on the rise again. And we ain't gonna give it back. And the reason why we killed these motherfuckers out of Egypt, out of Greece and Rome, and now, is because they're the devils in human skin. And the only people who can control these motherfuckers and get them under control is us.
Hey, brother Isaiah.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you.
No. Go ahead.
Brother, I'm sure you're aware of another heavyweight guy with great information, Rod Hayes. I'm sure you heard the name, whether you mess with him or not.
Right.
But I saw he put a post out maybe a few days ago, maybe Monday, Tuesday. I don't remember the exact date. But a few days ago, he put out an article that said that they fitting to come, man, and they going to lock it down. And when I say that, it could be those from inside or out there or under the water, under the water, under the land, under the water. I don't know where they at, but he said they fit to come get this. So you said, I said that in response to you saying maybe 2 or 3 years.
Right.
He made it sound like this summer. That's the point I'm trying to make.
It could be at any moment, you know what I mean?
And that's what I'm hoping for.
Right. Because these motherfucking children
at this very moment, we are suffering.
Yeah. And these motherfucking children of ours, they got it coming back in spades, man. There ain't no escaping. There ain't no I'm sorry. There ain't no please forgive me. Fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a guy, I done wrote him on X. He was an Arab guy. Shit, I can't remember his name. But anyway, he was saying the only way, and he was talking about the West. And when you say the West or Europe, you're talking about white folks. And he's saying that it's over for them. There's a new world order coming around. That the Moors are coming back in power. And that the only way that it can be done, and just like I had sent this white boy faking like he's a Jew, and this Arab guy interviewing him. And I'm saying, why are you interviewing these motherfuckers? They ain't the real Jews, man. I wrote him on X today. Come on my show and talk to a real fucking Jew, nigga. These motherfuckers. And I wrote to this guy named Joseph Cohen. And you know who I'm talking about, Brother Marie. I wrote to that motherfucker and this Arab guy asking him, why are you interviewing this bitch ass motherfucker? He ain't no fucking Jew. He wishes. He's a Jewish. He wished he was. And so, just like Gamal Nasser said, you left here black and came back white, we cannot accept you. And the family of the Al-Aqsa, Jerusalemite family, said that the only people who can build their temple are brown-skinned Jews. What fucking more help do you need? Why are you talking to these bitch-ass motherfuckers? Skank-ass motherfuckers. And you know what else, brother? Theodore Herzl, who was perhaps the most, was he the first president? No, he wasn't the first president of Israel. He's an important guy. He said, I'm not saying it. He said that these white motherfuckers are the scum of humanity.
Basically,
go ahead.
What's his name too? The guy that had his baby kidnapped in the 1920s or something like that.
in his 20s. Oh,
Lindbergh, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because he basically said the same thing. He's one. He's like, y'all some. The white dude took his baby.
Man, the white
That's
folks
how.
are turning on each other
Listen,
left and right.
listen to how devious they are. Instead of killing you, they just kidnap your child. You never find them.
Yeah, that's some cold shit.
Yeah, man.
That's some cold shit.
And they did that to one of their own, brother.
Right. I know.
Okay.
They'll kill their mama. They will kill their motherfucking mama.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's factual. There ain't no lies here. And we ain't telling no lies on this motherfucking show.
Uh-huh.
So you trying to come up in here talking bullshit, talking emotion, talking your feelings, you better leave them motherfuckers out the door. Don't come up in the lion den.
But
You get ate up.
let me say this to brother
Maurice.
Marcus. His name?
Maurice.
Maurice. I'm sorry, I said Marcus. Brother Maurice. Not one shot need be fired. Let the sun shine. That's all I got to say.
I think that probably flew over his head. But when we come up on your show, just show it tomorrow, bro. Just show it tomorrow about 4 Eastern time.
No, I'm not going to be able to do it tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, probably the next Sunday.
I'm gonna let him invite me because I don't want him to think I'm
okay,
up on the show. Yeah, invite himself. Yeah.
Okay, can he come on? I got him on WhatsApp. So can he come on the show, Brother Marie? We're asking.
Man, you might well put him on the phone for a minute, man. You sound like a good brother. I said you might well put him on the phone for a second. Shit.
No, I don't think you can hear him. Hold on. Let me show. Let me read what he said. He said, "Where you get that? Where you get that from? Did Trump say that? Tell him to show the video now." You know what I mean? And then he says, "You should be able to prove everything you say without a doubt."
No.
I have no doubt about your sincerity and devotion to our cause. I just don't agree with everything you say. Okay, what?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. What's the problem?
You know, just like Brother Marie, just like I hold on. He said you can come on. But just like I did with George Washington, Brother Marie, I laid out all the pertinent and most important points, and you still didn't see that George Washington was a black man. You still didn't see that King James was a black guy.
Lincoln.
Don't believe what these motherfucking crackers are telling you. They're lying. They've lied. If they like, what does the lawyer say when he go into the courtroom? If a witness tells one lie, get him out, because he gonna lie some more. Every motherfucking thing thereafter, you cannot take that witness to be a credible witness.
Yes, sir.
So as I proved that we are the indigenous people here in America, as I proved, Brother Marie, that King James was black and King Charles and George were black and they're white black. If I prove to you, as I did, George Washington was black and the first president under the Articles of the Confederation was black, John Hanson.
Queen Charlotte, Charlotte, North Carolina is named after.
Yeah, yes, sir. Queen Anne of Denmark. Hold on, he says, your evidence didn't. Oh, he's trying to ride me now. See, well, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you the video of him bringing up this crazy ass bullshit about this point. If I remember correctly, Brother Marie, that Brother Elise, he said, well, in that last part you put on, they said in his repose, he's reposing, and the artist is saying that that's just how he was. No, that's not. No. All the other evidence, you just going to ignore it, Brother Marie? All the other evidence of him being swarthy, of him being ruddy, of him being black complexion, you're going to discount all that? Come on, man. You like I said on your WhatsApp, you can't pour piss out of a boot, even if the directions said turn up. You just can't. You want to go with what you want to go with. Just because your mind is all fucked up, don't mean I'm fucked up.
Can you say that again, man? I want to use it one day.
No, I was saying to Brother Marie, you wouldn't know how to pour piss out of a boot, even if the directions said turn up. I mean, I'm being honest. Brother Marie know how we get down. We don't tolerate bullshit on your show, my show, anybody's show.
Yeah, yeah.
We bring in the facts
Let,
as
let,
they are.
let him get to that point where he see it enough and he hear it enough, and then look, for me and you, certain information might take us an article read in order to give it some credibility.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we're not saying these things are fact where we can prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. We're saying one of the things that people have to understand is when you get information, who are you getting it from? Now, do you trust the source? Because if you're hearing some outlandish shit, you don't trust the source. You're going to say this guy's fucking crazy. But if you know the source and you've been reading him 5, 10, 20, 40 years, then you have to at least say, man, I've seen this guy, like we talked about William Cooper and Behold the Pale Horse.
Yeah.
A lot of the shit he said happened before he died and still happening to this day. He died right after 9/11.
Right.
9/11 happened September 11th. He was dead, I believe, on November 2nd or something like that. Not even a whole 2 months. Come on, that's not a coincidence, y'all. What is the probability of that happening under any other circumstances?
And look, we went into detail about 9/11 and all of the evidences and all the things I talked about on your show, Brother Marie. If you are still believing that Muslim came into America, got on the plane, never learned how to fly the plane, but never learned how to land the plane with how you box cutters, there's no help. There's no helping you, man. You gone.
And all their passports landed on the ground after all that explosion intact.
Yeah, intact. And the plane that crashed supposedly in Pennsylvania, they didn't find that near tail, and their motor, and their black box, nothing. No body, no nothing. And you mean to tell me, I'm not saying that you believe that, but I'm just saying, for those who believe that some foreigners came into America and skipped right past the NSA, CIA, FBI, all that, got on the plane, all that, with box cutters, all that, took over the plane, all that, and the plane supposed to have crashed into the Pentagon, all that, forming a perfect, damn near perfect hole, all that. What happened to the wings? All that. Cheney said, don't shoot them down, all that. Why did they crash into the Pentagon where they keep all of the records? Because $3 trillion came up missing.
And by the way, Donald Rumsfeld was in a congressional hearing the day before explaining away that they don't know what happened to the money. You remember that?
No, I don't recall that.
Cynthia McKinney was giving it to him, boy. He's like, I mean, she's a congresswoman, you know, she's not even a senator. She was giving it to him. And he was strong as fuck, but he was hemming and hawing like you want to, man, you need to watch that shit. It's funny, bro. Day before this shit happened, man.
Yeah.
It used to go around Facebook all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. A black woman, this short, man. This tall
she was raising hell, wasn't she?
Oh, man, she was giving it to him because everybody else was soft-shoeing it. She like, nah, it says here on page 17 that you got signed for X, Y, like, you know, giving it to him, brother. It was crazy, man. I'm going to look for it. If I find it, I'll send it.
Yeah. Please send it. So we're at the 2 hour and 15 minute mark. I really want to try to go because it's 10:15 right now.
Okay.
But we're gonna go for another 15 minutes and we're gonna
Okay.
cut
I'm
it.
good. I'm good.
So yeah.
Been great
And my
so far,
wife
brother.
looking at me
Thank
like
you.
I'm crazy. You know, when she start looking,
Okay.
yeah, you know the deal. You know, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, a woman gonna be a woman. So she can't go to sleep unless I'm right there next to her. Like, God
Hey,
damn.
you know what you say, man? A woman needs love just like you.
I'm gonna have to say that in Spanish so she can understand it. But you know, what I mean, but yeah, look. Before we go,
Okay, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
Oh
And,
man, same here, brother, man.
yeah. So you are very well read. You know a lot of what's going on, and we're gonna set fire to Butter Maurice's show. Cause the show needs balance, man. Cause we got one too many people on that show talking about, well, we were slaves for 400 years. And I just proved this to Butter Maurice. Where you dumbass nigga getting the dumbass calculator and the dumbass calculator coming up with 400 years of slavery?
The 1619 to 1919 project. So you know how that go.
Yeah, but no, you don't even count 1619.
No, well, bruh. As far as I'm concerned, the shit was 6 months. It's been too long, man. We got to get the fuck up out this motherfuckers, yo. Fuck how long it's been. Let's get the fuck out of here. Because you in jail, you can say, okay, I'm doing 20 years. Okay, it's 10th year. Okay, I got 10 more years. Hopefully I don't catch no charges in this bitch. Before you know it, your 20 come up. You ain't thinking about them 19 years in the yesterday.
Yeah,
shit, I'm getting the fuck out. Well, I would think you want to get the fuck out of there.
Right.
You know?
Right.
What about them guys that don't got nobody on the outside no more?
Yeah.
How do you adjust, man?
You got to turn the page, man. You got to turn the page.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead, brother. I cut you off.
I appreciate you, man. I'm just glad you wrote me today because it would in divine
order.
And divine order. I feel you, Brother Marie said, bro, you know I gave you the actual years. Yeah, nigga, but that was 300 years. We only been enslaved for 80 years, motherfucker. God damn, get that, kill the nigga and you and I kill the nigga. You know how it go.
But Isaiah, let me say this. If you start from 14, this is just a hypothesis. This is not like you should take my way of thinking into it.
Right.
As a whole, especially on this side of the earth, because they went through colonization over there, which is the same shit, but on your land as opposed to their land.
Right.
Okay. And what I'm saying is, when you take 1492 starting into account till today, it's an era of 500 years of too much bullshit. So whether we were actually physically shackled and enslaved, or where they still got it here right now, or most of us, it still equates to me to an era of 500 years. That in history, eras go by 500 years.
Right.
So, I mean, being that we're maybe 515, 20 over it, we're still in the frequency of it because, like I asked you earlier, what is time really in if you measure it in millions of years? Right. Our time on the earth, if we hit 90, 95, if we're lucky, is like that. Like, that's how fast it is to time. You know? And just like, hold on, let me say this and then I'll let you have it. And just like you can't measure the beginning of the black man, how do you measure the beginning of time?
Right. Yeah.
Who could do that?
You don't. Time doesn't even exist. You know what I mean? The time doesn't exist. There's no second, there's no minute, there's no hour, there's no date, in a week, month, year, decade, millennium. There's nothing. And we are the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end, the up and the down, the in and the out. So if you understand metaphysics, which I'm pretty sure you are very well read with that, you're gonna get into a lot of things. You know? So like I said, I appreciate you, and we're gonna become real close. I can feel that because tomorrow, Brother Marie, I'm kicking ass and taking names on your motherfucking show, nigga. So you better try to get your shit in order and try to learn how to learn how to pour a piss out that boot. Cause it's telling you what the goddamn directions are. Turn it up, motherfucker.
Don't turn up, turn down.
Yeah, turn it down. Yeah. Turn it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So, I really don't want to go because my wife's telling me I gotta go. But,
Hey, bro. The wife is first, brother.
Yeah, just let me know when you're available. At night is a lot better. Anytime after 8, my time, it'll be 7 your time, and we can get it rocking and rolling. We're talking about what we're gonna talk about first. Then we'll bring up some fact to back it up and all of that, so we can be on point and stay on point, and just do the do. We do what we do.
Did you send me the brother's link?
Huh?
Or his Facebook or his email?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna send you the brother Maurice's link.
Okay.
And that way you can send him a friend's request, and then we'll take it from there. Cause his show is tomorrow, and he said we will deal with this. I ain't running. I ain't running. You know me, brother Maurice. I bring the facts. I bring the noise. I bring the truth. That's all what it's about. Fuck your feelings, fuck your emotions. It's about the facts, and that's all I care about. Now, if somebody want to believe what I am putting on the table, that's fine. Because a lot of people are suffering from, you know what I want to say, bro.
PSTD? PSTD? PSTD?
Huh?
Post stress?
No. A lot of people are suffering from when they run up on cognitive dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance.
Yeah. A lot of people suffer from that.
You know what I call it? I call it a cognitive dissonance inside of Hegelian dialectic conundrum.
I think you're going over people's heads.
Just some big clusterfuck of thought. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can explain it, man. I could be scientific or I could be street with it.
Well, it's best to be street here because, a lot of people ain't going to be able to understand what you just said. So we're going to keep it at the street level so people can really, okay.
Who's this guy? You think he's the next Phil Valentine or some shit?
Yeah, I love Phil Valentine. Shit. Well, you know that light skinned dude, man. I gotta every time he talk, I gotta whip out a motherfucking dictionary.
Light skinned dude from you talking about now Wesley Muhammad, right?
No.
He from Chicago.
Yeah, no.
Not Wesley. Okay.
Wesley Muhammad, keep it real. But this brother uses them $100 words out of the dictionary every time.
Where's he from?
He from Chicago. Now he from America. I don't know where he's from, but light skinned dude.
Not Dr. Umar Johnson, right? You said light skin, right? Right. So it ain't Umar.
No.
I don't know, bro. No. I mean, there's so many people out here doing what we do, man. You know when you do this, what we're doing, in any style of communication, you do it.
Right.
You talking about Tariq Nasheed?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
That's my boy. I know him personally.
Okay, no, but are you talking about him in this context?
No, not him. No,
okay,
he's real.
Yeah. But when you
he's a university professor. I don't know what university, but he uses them $100 words. I'm like, God damn, nigga, why don't you just use regular words?
Man, with people like that, man, we give. You talking about like the same guy from that high school in Patterson, New Jersey, Joe Clark. He's used these fucking, like you said, $100 words instead of just being. Man, stop talking about who's perspiring and just talk about a nigga sweating his balls off, man.
Right.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna look him up and then I'm gonna shoot it to you on your messenger.
Okay.
But make sure. Yeah,
your wife is calling, man, and I mad at me. Yeah.
But make sure you because I can put us in a group. Make sure you download the WhatsApp on your phone.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah. When we spoke the second set of times,
right.
I had just got in and it was hot as a mug outside, so I was kind of more like trying to come down and eat before we
Right.
do this. So, you know, I'm
Right.
not hungry or, you know, trying to stick
Oh,
away.
there he wrote it. He just wrote it. Michael Eric Dyson.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what it
yeah.
was.
Come on, man. Bro, anybody who boule, whatever.
Right, right.
So he don't even come up in these kind of conversations, man. We couldn't have this kind of talk in any real, you know, way. He'll be intellectual with it, and we'll be just,
Yeah,
you know,
just
communicate.
regular nigga.
Right. Whatever. You know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I love that guy, but damn, like I gotta whip out a dick, man. Shut up.
And now, yo, bro, we have said some of the most profound things ever said on this earth, and we didn't need to be, you know, you didn't need to have a dictionary by your side.
Scholarly. Yeah. So, Brother Marie, go back and watch this show because we get into Gory Island and that bullshit wannabe port of door of no return. That was no fucking door of no return. That was a mansion that was owned by Ann Pepin. Look her up. But with that, man, look, I'm looking forward to our next show with you, man. And then especially if you can come on tomorrow, but if not, next Sunday.
Okay.
Brother Maurice is on, and then I'll hook you up on Facebook with him, and you can send him a Facebook request. Look for his name.
Send it to me when we get off, brother, please.
Yeah. As soon as I get off. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah. So I got you. But peace out. Let me do this. Hold on. How's he been there? How's he been where, Brother Maurice? How's he been where?
Maybe Gory Island.
I think Gory Island. Nigga, I told you I went to Texas. Does that fucking mean I know everything about Texas? Just because you go to some motherfucking place don't mean you, oh. And then one of the guys, I ain't gonna name no name, you know who it is, Brother Maurice. He said, well, I can still smell the shit in the pit. Motherfucker, you said that you smelling that shit from the other day or the other week. Ain't no motherfucking way you gonna smell piss and shit from 300 years ago. Shut the fuck up. And I said it just like that.
In Elmina, it has a smell, brother.
Huh?
Elmina. I've been to Elmina. I've never been to Gory Island. I remember I told you I lived in Ghana. So I've been to Elmina a whole bunch of times.
Right.
And you get a bad feeling in there, brother, and it smells musty. You know, not heavy, but like it's dead. Yeah.
Well, you probably gonna get that from the ocean and the water and all that and mildew.
No. It's a human smell.
Really?
You have to be there in order. Yeah, I'm being dead serious now because I joke a lot, but I'm being dead serious when I tell you that. I've been there a few times. Right. I lived there for 2 years.
Right.
And I went the first time with a tour group.
Okay.
So that's why I was going a lot because I was going with the tour group when they came.
He's not talking about Gory Island.
Yeah, I'm talking about Elmina in particular.
Elmina, not Gory Island.
Right.
Get that shit straight.
That's in Ghana.
Yeah, that's in Ghana.
So, you know, it's a weird feeling you get in there. You could tell that there was some suffering and, you know, in these I went, I'm gonna give you one more story before we go, brother. I'm sorry, but I gotta say it because right.
I got you.
Okay. There's a lake or a river. Is a river near Elmina. It was the last place supposedly where the captives, I don't call them slaves, where the captives were able to bathe before they went to the dungeon. And then you just wait for your ship to come for you to ship out. And when I was there, I heard, me and another young lady heard wailing in the air loud. And we were the only two that heard it. Everybody else was like, what are you hearing? And it was loud, bro. And when I say loud, it wasn't loud in a way where it was on, you know, some boombox, this, big, with, a big amp pushing all the power in the world toward it. It was just like atmospheric loud, overpowering almost, like wailing and suffering.
Right.
So
like what? Like the spirits were coming out of the walls or something?
No, I'm talking about the river now. It's
the river. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Elmina at this moment. I'm talking about the river right before you get to Elmina. because they was getting a lot of the captives from the interior of the country and bringing them down there, and that river feed right into the Atlantic.
Okay, okay.
Right. So
All right, now,
this is in
before
Cape.
we-
This is
yeah,
in
before-
Elmina. This is hold on.
Uh,
This is in Elmina, Ghana. This is not in Accra. This
Accra.
is a yeah. It's on. It's
You're not. Well, he just wrote. We were talking about Elmina in Ghana. That's where Doc was at. Now Doc said, Brother Marie, that he was at Goree Island, not no motherfucking Elmina.
Yeah.
So explain the difference between Elmina and Goree Island.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, Elmina. I don't know. Elmina's in a place called a small place. It just means the mine. Remember, it's Ghana. Remember, I told you what did they call Ghana before it became Ghana?
Yeah, Gold Coast.
Okay, so mine. Elmina means the mine in Portuguese or Spanish.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is there was a castle there, but before you got there, the river that I'm talking about is where I heard this wailing and suffering.
Okay.
Not at Elmina, but Elmina is the point that I got into before we got into that part was that the scent is there and you feel the sorrow.
Now look. I want you to be very specific with Brother Marie.
Okay.
He said, "Don't fuck around with the suffering of ancestors." I'm not. Then he goes.
You say that to you or me?
No. He's saying about me.
Okay.
He said, "Don't fuck around with the suffering of our ancestors." Okay. Now he said that. Then he goes on and said, "No, he didn't." As if you were at Goree Island, and then he's saying, "I got to go back and listen to the fucking same, listen to the program that we're doing right now."
Okay.
Will you please tell Brother Maurice that you're not talking about Goree Island and the door of no return?
No, I'm not. I was talking about Elmina.
Elmina. Did you get that, Brother Maurice? He's talking about Elmina, not no motherfucking door of return, no door of return, or whatever the fuck that bullshit is.
Yeah.
He's not talking about Goree Island.
Uh-huh.
Doc talked about the door of no return. Now, I ain't fucking crazy. That just happened a couple of days ago.
Right.
So I know I'm not misquoting Doc. So,
but for the most part, I believe they called that was a general term for that door where you never return back to. Right. So it could be for many of the places, not just Elmina or Goree Island.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. Well, now he says that he was talking about the Doc was talking about Elmina. No, he didn't. I heard him say, Brother Maurice, the door of no return, where Obama went, and all this other stuff, without going into detail, and that the ship 14 million were Africans left that door of no return. I know what the fuck I heard. I ain't trying to come up with some bullshit, Brother Maurice, with all the love I got for you. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go back and listen to that bullshit one more time. Like you say, go back and listen to it. I'm going to do you that favor and listen to it. But my brother here, Elisa, is not talking about that shit. He's talking about Elmina. And he's not talking about smelling piss and shit. There ain't no motherfucking way you can smell piss and shit 300 years later. No, ain't no motherfucking way. And if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. If you believe that, you believe what happened on 9/11. If you believe that, you believe that George Washington was white. You know what I mean? It's too much motherfucking fact out here to deny it. Not only that, to challenge your belief system that you've been taught wrong in the American system of education. But with that, I got to run. I'm running behind. But let me do out the closing outro. I'll be right back. Yeah, so I thank you, bro. I'm looking forward to all the other ones. We're gonna be doing a whole lot more shows.
Hey, bro, I'm here, brother.
Yeah, so just let me know anytime after. That'll be anytime after your time, 7 o'clock. Then I'll jump right on. Yeah,
Well,
no,
hey,
no.
we on each other's page now, so you know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's only
And
a matter
let
of
me,
time
yeah.
before we get this guy.
I'm gonna put Brother Maurice's you guess just said the same thing can be
Hey,
said
peace,
about
brother
me.
Maurice. I hope we didn't get at you too hard. You know, I'm just
Nah,
meeting
yeah.
you.
He might have a skin knee or something like that, but he'll be all right. That's
Hey,
my
hey,
boy,
hey,
man.
are you dragging my brother right now, man?
Yeah, he trying to drag me.
Oh man, only big city kids
He's
know what.
trying.
Only
I don't go just like you said. Put it on the table. If they eat the food, they eat it. If they don't eat it,
what they eat don't make us shit, right?
there you go. That's the best way of doing it.
Ex-
That's the best. Oh, he says Senegal. Doc never said he been there.
Yeah, Senegal.
Well, whatever, Brother Marie. Listen, see, that's the problem that you got. He ain't talking about Goya Island. That's some fake ass mansion bullshit that you niggas done brought up. And the reason why the foundation of Black Americans ain't gonna win no Supreme Court case talking about 400 years of slavery. It's not gonna work. It's only 80 fucking years from 1780 to 1865. You cannot claim the 1968 Indian Civil Rights Act. Indian. The Indian Civil Rights Act of 1968 ain't got shit to do with you niggas. Nothing. I done
Okay.
said this shit out 100 times.
Let,
And,
sorry.
no, let me say this. And the one in 1865 by the black president, Abraham Lincoln, and the vice president, Hannibal Hamlin, was freeing everybody, the white slaves in particular, but specifically the black enslaved prisoners of war. So go ahead, bro, and then we'll wrap it up.
Once
Huh?
everybody's free, and sovereign, most of these people that don't have no melanin ain't gonna be here no more. That's first off. Most of them.
Right.
A lot with melanin, but they doing the dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know, just robbing, stealing.
Right.
What the Bible says: destroy and kill. Okay,
Right.
and so we gonna again with that Earth core reversing. We going back to Ma'at. That's it. I'm done.
Right.
Peace, brother.
All right. Peace, man, and stay black.
Okay, you too, brother. All the best, man. Love, man.
Yeah, love.
All right, man. All right.